walk to the top of your mat. Every practice will be different.
Child's pose, breathing out. Spread your knees to the edge of the mat. Bring your toes together to touch. Round your back, press your hips back to your heels. Palms on opposite elbows, forehead resting on arms. Tuck your chin to your collarbone. Begin to observe your breath in and out.
Before you begin your practice today, bring your awareness to any pain, sensation, or emotions you may feel in your body right now.
Extend your hands long in front of you. Press the mound of each big thumb and second finger into the mat. Breathe in, counting for threes. Breathe out, counting for threes.
Listen to your body as you practice Ahimsa, a Sanskrit word called nonviolent. Be kind and be gentle with yourself throughout your practice. Breathe in, fill up to the base of your lungs with air. Sigh your breath out through your mouth. One more time, breathe in through your nose. Sigh your breath out through your mouth, slowly releasing any tension in your body. Find a sankalpa or an intention for your practice today. Repeat your intention in your mind. Breathe in, breathe out your sankalpa.
Tuck your toes, push your hips to the sky, come to downward facing dog. Breathing out. Come to the ball of your feet. Pull the heels down. Firm your palms into the mat. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Breathing out for 3, 2, 1.
Flow with your body, finding ease with each pose using your breath. Send your right leg to the sky. Point the toes back. Swing your foot forward. Beside the right palm for a low crescent lunge. Wrist in line with your shoulder. The left foot beside the left palm.
Halfway left, breathe in, pause your breath, bend your knees, feet hip width, fold forward, breathing out. Mountain pose, extend your hands to the sky, breathe in, feet at 12 o'clock, bend your knees, fold forward, breathing out. Halfway left, breathe in,
Chest forward, hip back.
walk your feet back. High plank, palms in line with your shoulders. Move your weight forward as you come to your tiptoes.
Low plank knee down variation. Squeeze the elbows into the rib cage. Move the chest forward and up to the sky. Upward facing dog. Your knees up as you lift up from your shoulders. Send your hips to the sky.
Downward facing dog, breathing out.
Extend your left leg. Squeeze the knee into your heart as you step it forward. For low crescent lunge, send the crown of your head to the top of the mat. Bring your right foot to meet the left.
Halfway left, breathe in. Fold forward, breathing out. Mountain pose, breathe in.
Keep the elbows soft.
Fold forward, breathing out. Halfway left, breathe in.
Hollow your armpit to lift off your shoulder.
Pause your breath. High plank.
Lengthen your spine. Strong legs.
Low plank. Upward facing dog.
Lengthen the top of the foot to the mat.
Breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathing out.
Keep the elbows soft, pressing into your palms. Push your hips up and back. Bend your knees towards your heart. Gaze in between your palms. Firm your fingertips into the mat. Breathe in, core engaged. Float and firm your feet into the mat. Move the chest forward as you lengthen your spine. Halfway lift,
Fold forward, breathing out. Chair pose.
press your feet firmly into the mat. Squeeze the thighs.
Inhale, lengthen your spine. Extend your hands long to the sky. And exhale, fold forward, breathing out. halfway lift, breathe in, walk or float to low plank, upward facing dog, breathe in,
Push your upper back up
downward facing dog,
as you pull the heel down.
breathing out, step the right foot forward, crescent lunge on the right side, send your hands to the sky,
Lengthen your spine. Breathe in as you pull the heel down.
one more breath in, chaturanga, breathing out, upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathing out.
A left foot beside the left palm.
Crescent lunge. Extend your hands long to the sky. Breathe in.
Pull the belly button into the spine to activate your core. Palm to the mat.
Walk to low plank. Breathing out. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathing out.
Begin to observe your breath in. Observing your breath out. Float your feet to the front. Halfway lift.
Fold forward. Breathing out. Pause your breath. Create chair pose. Breathe in. Sink your hips back and down. A breath in here. Fold forward. Breathing out. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Squeezing the core in. Low plank. Breathing out. Upward facing dog. Breathe in.
Point toes back.
Downward facing dog. Breathing out.
Push your upper back up. Right leg up to the sky. Low crescent lunge. Press your left fingertips into the mat. Open your chest as you extend your right hand long to the sky. Pull the left heel back. Twist to the right. Maybe take your gaze to the right thumb. Breathe. Return your palm to the mat. A left foot beside the left palm. Fold forward, breathing out.
Rise up to mountain pose.
Feel long from your feet to the top of your head. As you breathe in, fold forward, breathing out. Halfway lift, breathe in, hips in line with your shoulders.
Press the mound of each big toe down.
Lock your palms down. Step back, vinyasa, breathing out. Yoga is the practice of correct effort and the stillness of the vacillations of the mind. In down dog, start to observe your breath again. Left leg up and back. Swing forward to low crescent lunge. Move the right rib cage to the left side to open. Feel one line of energy from your right heel through the center of the crown of your head. Soften your neck as you twist and gaze up, palms down. Pull the right foot forward, fold forward, breathing out.
Rise up to mountain pose, breathe in.
Fold forward, breathing out. Bend your knees towards your heart.
Halfway lift, breathe in.
Press your palms down. Hold your breath. Step back, vinyasa, breathing out. Squeeze the buttocks as you push the hips forward. Upward facing dog.
Downward facing dog, breathing out.
Stay with your breath as you start to silence your thoughts, melting into each asana.
Lengthen the right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Bend your right knee over your left hip. Three-legged dog. Flip your dog. Bring your right foot to the left side. To create your wheel, optional, place your left palm on the floor, fingers facing towards your foot. Breathe in. Come to your high plank, pausing your breath. Side plank. Right palm planted on the mat. You may want to take a variation by releasing your right knee to the mat. Breathe in, straighten your left hand to the sky, gaze up. Pause your breath.
Palm down, foot back. Move forward to low plank.
Breathing out. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Three-legged dog. Stack your left knee over your right hip. Breathe in. Lift your hips to the sky. Flip your dog. Chest to the sky. Gaze back. Come to wheel. Optional. Push your armpit to the front of the room. One breath here. Pause your breath. Come back to high plank. Roll to the left side. Send your right ribcage to the sky. Engage your core. Stack your right leg over your left. Take one more breath in here. Vinyasa, breathing out. Downward facing dog. Keep alternating as you lift your heels up and down. Stay now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right foot beside the right palm. Right ankle in line with the knee. Spread the fingers above your head. Revolving crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, breathing out. Pour your weight on the ball of the left foot, breathing out. Place your left elbow on the outside edge of the right thigh. Lengthen your spine. Slowly begin to rotate the left shoulder, the rib cage, and torso to the right side of the room. Open your palms, right hand long, breathe in. Open up to warrior 2. Rotate your left heel down, breathing out. Take your gaze to 12 o'clock. Fingers in line with your shoulders. Reverse your warrior breath in. Right palm beside your right foot. Side angle. Soften your neck, breathing out. Extended side angle. Sweep your left hand to the front of the room. Arrow. Breath in. Come back to side angle, breathing out. Take a breath in. Vinyasa, breathing out. As you lift up from your shoulders, send your hips to the sky. Press the thumbs into the mat. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Left leg crescent lunge. Send your hands to the sky. Revolving crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, breathing out. Twist to the left side. Keep the front knee in line with your ankle. Open your palms. Breathe in. Open up to warrior 2. Right leg long behind you, facing 3 o'clock. Squeeze the core in. Soften your face as you smile. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Left hand long to the sky. Side angle on the left side. Internally rotate the left thigh in. Extended side angle. Lift the left palm off the mat. Arrow. Come back to side angle. Right palm back to the mat. Step the left foot back. Low plank, breathing out. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Core engaged. Push your hips up and back. Float your feet to the front of the mat. Paragostasana. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toe. Open your feet wider. Round the back. Pull your torso down towards the mat. Head in between your knees. Release tension in the face and the neck muscles. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward, breathing out. Parahastasana. Slide your entire palms underneath your feet. Take your fingertips towards your heel. Round the back. Pull the hips forward to the front of the room. If you feel like you're going to fall over, press the big toes down. Rotate the elbows to face the front of the room. Lift the hips higher. Come back to halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward, breathing out. Set up for your crawl pose. Wrist in line with your shoulders. Big toes together to touch. Place your knees on the back of your upper hand. Gaze the top of your mat. As you send your hips to the sky, pour all your weight on your palms. Firm fingertips. Keep moving forward as the elbow bends, as the toes begin to lighten. Pull the feet closer towards your hips, toes pointing back. Float your feet or walk back to low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift one heel up and down, repeating on the other side.
Bunny hop. Walk to the halfway point of your mat. Bring the big toes together to touch. Keep the wrists and shoulders in line. Pull the shoulder blades into the spine, squeezing the upper back. As you breathe in, pause your breath. Hop 1, knees up, hips in line with your shoulders. Come back down, breathing out. Breathe in, pause the breath. Hop 2, firm the fingertips into the mat. Release down. Squeeze the knees into the core. Hop 3, come down. Hop 4, swing the hips high to the sky. Softly release the foot down to the mat. Soft landing on the toes. Take a breath in, pause the breath, squeeze the core in as you hop. 5, lift the toes higher towards the hips. Walk back to downward facing dog, breathing out. Alternate as you lift one heel up and down, repeating on the other side. Walk or float to halfway lift. Breathe in, fold forward, breathing out. Rise up to mountain pose, breathe in. Eagle pose, right side. Bend the knee as you wrap your forearms together, palms face each other. Pull your weight on the left foot, lift the right knee up, begin to slide the right thigh over and down towards the left thigh, breathing out. Rise up to mountain pose, breathe in. Eagle pose on the left side. Left elbow underneath the right. Lift the elbows in line with your shoulders. Push your hips back and down. Squeeze the thighs together. Rotate your hips facing the front of the room. Rise up to mountain pose, breathe in. Standing leg raise. Ground your left foot down into the mat. Lift the right knee to your heart. Flex the toes to your face. Place your right palm on the inside of your right thigh as you begin to open the right knee to the right side. Lengthen the left hand long to the left side, wrist in line with shoulders. As you breathe in, take your gaze to the left, breathing out. Keep the knee in line with your hip. Bring your gaze back to the front. Kick the right foot forward, lengthen that leg. Release the foot to the mat, hand to heart center, breathing out. The other side, extended leg raise. Bend your left knee into your heart. Open the knee out to the left. Open up your right hand to the right side, palm facing down. Take your gaze to the right side, between the center of the right finger. Open the chest as you pull the shoulder blades into the back of the spine. Return your knee to center. Kick the foot forward. Return your palm to the sky. Breathe in. Hand to mat, foot to hand center. Breathe it out. Airplane pose on the right side. Right knee to your heart. Breathe in. Kick the right foot back. Start to move your chest forward. Extend your palms long to the back. Internally rotate your right hip down to the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades into the spine. Palms together in Anjali Mudra. Left knee to heart. Send the left foot long behind you. Extend your palms long behind your back, facing down. Flex left toes towards your face, long back. Head in line with your spine as you tilt your chest a bit forward. Release the foot to the mat, hand to heart center. Half moon pose. Flex the left foot, begin to send it up. Gaze to 2 o'clock. Start to tilt your weight forward, bringing the right palm down into the mat. As you extend your hand to the sky, press the mound of the right big toe down. Rotate the left hip to the side of the room. Breath in, lengthen your spine, kick the heel up towards the back. Fold forward to ragdoll, opposite palms on opposite elbows, breathing out. Maybe you rock from one side to another. Rise up to mountain pose, breathe in. Half moon pose. Gaze to 10 o'clock. Left hand to the sky. Breathe in. Tilt your weight forward, bringing the left palm down in line with your left
foot. Open the chest, pushing the right shoulder into the back of the spine. Lift the right foot in line with your hip. Take a full breath in. Smile. Fold forward to ragdoll. Opposite palms on opposite elbows. Breathing out. Maybe shake your head. Rise up to mountain pose. Breathe in. Dancer's pose on the right side. Stay with your single point of focus ahead of you. Bend the right knee. Wrap your right palm from the inside of the right foot. Point your toes down. Push your heel up to the sky. Standing leg long and grounded to the mat. Expand and send the chest forward. Send the knee to the back of the room, lifting the foot up to the sky. Internally rotate the knee and hip. Release your foot to the ground, hand to heart center. Dancer's pose on the left side. Foot behind your buttocks. Send the knee to the back of the room, lifting the foot up to the sky. Stay with your single point of focus ahead of you. Anchor your standing leg into the mat. Engage right thigh and push the bent knee up. Keep left ankle in line with the knee. Pull the back of the shoulders to your buttocks. Release your foot to the ground, hand to heart center. Tree pose. Bend right knee, press the sole of the right foot into the inner thigh. Press the mount of the left big toe down. Externally rotate the bent knee in line with your hips. Squeeze the rib cage in. Be with your single point of focus ahead of you. Stay here for 20 seconds and I'll count you down from 5. Stay now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the foot to the mat, hand to heart center. Breathe it out. Tree pose. Place the sole of foot into the right inner thigh or on the ankle. Toes pointing down. Press the sole of the left foot into the standing leg. Pull the belly button in towards the back of the spine. You will stay in your tree for 20 seconds. Take one more breath in here and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. Hands to the sky, breathe in, fold forward, breathing out. Halfway lift, breathe in, walk or float back to low plank, breathing out, upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathing out. Pause the breath in high plank, come down to the mat, release everything down on the mat, breathing out. Extend your arms long beside your hips, palms facing down. Ankles in line with your hips, hip width apart. Locust pose 1. Squeezing your stomach and your pelvis into the mat. Breathe in. Use your stomach to lift your chest off the mat. Extend the legs. Spread the fingers long to the back. Gaze down to the top of the mat. Release back down to the mat. Breathing out. Bow pose 1. Bend your knees, wrap your palms around the ankles. Breathe in, press the pelvis and the stomach into the mat. Lift the chest up. Kick into the hand to lift your feet higher. Roll the shoulder blades into the back of the spine. Kick your heels up, point your toes down. And slowly begin to release everything down into the mat. Breathing out. Plant your hands beside your shoulders. Gaze to the top of your mat. Lengthen your arms as you move to upward facing dog. Push the hips to the sky, downward facing dog, breathing out. Camel pose. your knees on the mat at the same time. Lift your palms up at the same time.
Place your palms on your lower back, fingers facing down.
Push your hips to the front of the room.
Pull the elbows in to lift your chest.
Breathe in. Let the head hang back. Breathing out. Tuck your chin into your collarbone. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathing out.
Lengthening the knees back. Push the upper back to the front of the room.
Half pigeon. Right side. Extend your right leg long to the sky. Squeeze the right knee into your heart. Round the back. Bring the right knee beside the right wrist as you lengthen the left leg. Breathing out. Breathe in. Start to walk your hands forward. Drop your chest down towards the mat. Bring the left hip flat into the mat. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up and step back to downward facing dog. Extend your left leg to the sky. Breathe in. Swing the left foot forward for half pigeon left side. Lengthen the right leg long. Breathing out. Allow the left foot open up to the right hip. Releasing your left buttocks down into the mat. Keep your hips square. Walking your hands forward as you bring your torso down into the mat. Rise back up to center, breathe in. Step back to downward facing dog, breathing out.
Walk your feet to the front of the mat.
Janu Shirsasana on the right side. Lengthen the left leg long to the front of the room. Point the toes to your face. Bend the right knee. Right foot pressing the inside of the left thigh. Press your buttocks into the mat. Extend your hands long to the heavens. Breathe in. Hinge from the waist, round your back, breathing out. Maybe bend your left knee to wrap your fingers around the sole of the left foot as you begin to bring your stomach down towards your thigh. Rise up to center. Breathe in. Single leg, head to knee pose. On the other side, lengthen your right leg long. Flex your right toes to your face. Hands to the sky. Breathe in. Round your back. Fold forward. Let your stomach and your thighs touch. Bending your elbows. Your shoulders forward. Collapse your head down to your right knee. Now stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up to center. Breathe in. Extend both legs long to the front of the mat. Extend your hands to the sky. Breathe in. Round your back. Fold forward. Flex the toes to your face. Pushing the buttocks firmly into the mat. Maybe bend your knees here so that your palms are wrapped around your foot. Rise up to center. Reverse tabletop. Send your arms behind your back. Wrist in line with your shoulders. Fingers facing forward. Press your palms down. Walk your feet in. Press both heels into the mat. Push your thighs up. You want your hips in line with your shoulders. Release your entire back down on the mat. Plow pose. Lift your legs up to the sky as you support your back. Lift your lower back and upper back. Let your legs go over your head towards the back of the room. Maybe wiggle your elbows and roll the shoulder blades towards the back of the spine. To lift, soften your face. You want your chin to be tucked into your collarbone. Squeeze the thighs and buttocks together. Extend your legs long to the sky. Shoulder stand. Push the hip to the back of the room. Now begin to lengthen your legs long to the sky. Feet in line with your hips. Pushing the stomach
to the back of the room. Walk your elbows in. Keep your hips where they are, but bend your knees. As you bring your knees towards your ears, let your feet come to the ground, pulling the heel back. Take small breath in here, releasing your entire back down to the ground. Wrap your hands around your knees. Roll the knees 3 times in one direction, massaging your lower back. Now roll the hips 3 times in the opposite direction. Come back to center, breathe in, supine twist, lift your hip up to the sky. Shimmy your left hip to the left side. Release your buttocks back down to the mat. Feel the rotation as you send your knee to the right side. Long palms in line with your shoulders and your right ear to the left side. Stay now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, breathe in, supine twist on the left side. Lift your hip up to the sky. Shimmy your left hip to the right side. Release your buttocks back down to the mat. Let your knees swing to the left side, long palms in line with your shoulders. Stay now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shavasana. Lengthen your legs long to the front of the room. Bring your arms long beside you. Take your gaze to the sky. Now release everything into the mat. Begin to observe your breath. Come back to your sound kalpa again. Stay with your intention. Take one final breath in. Namaste.